Greetings all, and welcome to the premiere episode of what I hope will be a weekly series. I must say that it is nice to have this opportunity to talk about things that don't concern the dude for a change. Oh, I'll admit that he's not all that bad to work with, but really, just how many episodes of Star Trek am I supposed to watch in one day anyhow? Right, enough of that. I was looking around the popular video listings this morning, and I ran across something rather more than a little bit disturbing. I'm sure by now that you have seen at least one of the videos that have a title something like Indonesian Baby on 40 Cigarettes a Day. It's a most unfortunate story about a child whose father introduced him to smoking at the age of only 18 months. The story continues that he is currently smoking 2 packs a day and has something of a rather nasty tantrum if he's denied his cigarettes. Apparently his father is making money from this tragedy by charging people to see his child smoking. He is thereby treating him more like a circus freak than a child, let alone his child. I can't help but wonder, doesn't Indonesia have any laws and agencies protecting children? It seems unfathomable that this atrocity is allowed to go on unchecked. Perhaps the father should be struck in the head every time the child starts a fresh cigarette. It might serve to impress upon him the error of his ways and the importance of doing something about the problem that he has caused. At the very least, the child should more than likely be placed in the custody of people who will take care of him and do something about his smoking addiction. It's one thing when a grown adult chooses to smoke. It's quite another to inflict such a habit on a child that cannot possibly know better. And then there are those who have chosen to capitalize on this. People have been gaining hundreds of thousands of video views by uploading a copy of the news story about this that show the child smoking as if he'd been doing it for 20 years. Well, that was a nasty bit of business, wasn't it? Fortunately, I am not going to end on such a serious and unpleasant note. Instead, I want to call your attention to a video that will appeal to fans of the movie 2001, The Space Odyssey. It is a video that demonstrates what happens when your HAL 9000 computer has been spending too much time on the internet. It's actually quite entertaining, especially if, as I said, you are a fan of that movie. I will admit that it is over 9 minutes long, but I assure you that it is very much worth your while to see the entire thing. I realize that there will be some who say that the person who created it has entirely too much time on his hands. However, I can assure you that I know for a fact that time is something that he actually has very little to spare. In any event, the link to it is in the description, or as it seems some people are calling it these days, the doobly-doo. Thank you very much for watching. Please take a second and click the thumbs up and subscribe buttons before you leave a comment. Have a very good week, everyone, and do join me again next week. Toodaloo.